Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. How's everyone doing tonight? Let me catch up on some chat here. Hey Mr. Pug, Lou Norris. Where's my chat box? Even with the glasses, having a hard time reading all y'all's names. Hold on, let me just move some stuff around. All right, Gunner L, how's it going? Teresa, Reg Lab, you made it this time on Backyard Prospecting. I missed your last show. YouTube doesn't give any notifications ever for live shows. Hey, Steven, CJ Hayes, Reg Lab. Brian, how's it going? Sean Sparks. Stuart Ronnie, Will, how's it going? Chris Lilly, Michael Williams, Keith and Wynn, how's everyone doing tonight? And as the title says, we're going to be going through some Goldbay tonight. Dragonfire, oh, no worries about it, Dragonfire. That doesn't upset me. You know, it's one of those bags I couldn't review anyway. I mean, I could review it, but no one else could buy it. So it would have been cool to go through to see if it was different than last time. But I saw your email a little bit ago. I've just been having major issues with my website's email server. It'll let me get on there, read the email, and it times out, and I'm stuck. So, but that's cool. I appreciate the offer. Oh, sorry to hear about that, Jacob. Hey, 3 Negateers, William Isaacs, Daniel Sam, Jose. Hope everyone's doing good. So tonight we're going to be doing Goldbay's sample bag. It's like their 3-pound bag with, I think it's 0.4 grams of gold in it. So I have it right here. I classified it just because it's 3 pounds, and I didn't want to try and classify it on the live show, so it's already classified. It was a little damp, not much, but it still went through the classification. I only classified 3 times. I didn't do the minus 40, so. Well, good for you, Michael Williams. As seen on magnifying glasses. Yeah, I use magnifying glasses for all my panning, not during the live show, but when I'm doing it for videos. So I can show you those here. But see, I just use these. They're 6 times magnification reading glasses, and I love them. I had a couple of different sets of the glasses, like jeweler's glasses and stuff like that, and they were just too uncomfortable. Reading glasses are great, so. Yeah, that Snake River stuff was tough. But. Hey, Fred. Yeah, Backyard Prospecting. I used one of those for a while, but the problem with that was I tended to want to move it around so much. So, you know, I'd start panning and I'd start panning different. It was just, I have so much stuff on my table as it is, from 2 microphones and 3 cameras, bucket of water, my pans, everything else. Hey, Carl, how's it going? Yep. Well, that's why I use reading glasses. That's what I said, you know. These are 6 times magnification. They're like Coke bottle thick. My kids, I always would walk around the house with them to bug out my kids. Yeah, you could definitely burn ants with them. It'll be funny. Sometimes when I'm panning a lot, I'll be wearing them and I forget that I'm wearing them because I'm 8 inches away from the pan while I'm using them, and I'll get up and go to try to walk out the room and almost run into the wall because you can't see anything out of them past like a foot. Yeah, my workstation is crowded, but I'm supposed to be moving July 1st, so I'll have a new place that has a basement, so I can set up my gold station. I can set up a whole bunch of different stations. I can set my gold cube up permanently and my Sluice station permanently, so I won't have to have everything disassembled. Hey, Jeremy Stanton, Trudy Taylor, Randy Bennett. Yeah, Goldbay typically tends to be some pretty dirty stuff. So I didn't use clean water tonight. I shot a review yesterday, and I was like, I'll dump the water. I was like, I'm doing Goldbay tomorrow. I'll just leave it dirty. Let me post a link. Make sure everyone goes. Make sure you go to the link so you can enter to win whatever gold we find tonight. Just leave one comment on that video I just put a link to. Hey, Adventure Seeker, how's it going? And thank you, thank you. Yeah, I love that mini sluice. I actually have a different one I got in. It's almost the same, and I plan on doing a video on it next month, probably July maybe. And it's not as good as that one with the mat that comes with it, but I plan on putting some vortex matting in it and see if it improves it. And then sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I will have the Miller Prospecting gutter sluice that's much cheaper. It won't be for sale. It'll just be a DIY video on how to make one. Hey, William Long. Yeah, Sean Sparks. Yeah, that's the main problem I have now is like I have my table in front of me. I have this behind me, but then I have 8 crates over here full of gear, my gold cubes over here in pieces, and I just don't have room. And there's such a pain in the butt to set up. You know, like the gold cube is such a big setup that you don't want to tear it down, because if I leave it outside, somebody will steal it. You know, if you got it sitting on your front porch, someone will say, oh, what is that? So it'd be nice to have a nice place to set it up permanently, and all I have to do is turn it on and run with it. Hey, Rye guys. Hey, Paul's Gold Paydirt Reviews. Rod Kurt, how's it going? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that Royal mat. You know, I still think V-mat is probably the best, because 90% of what people aren't going to recover is fine gold. That's what everyone has a problem with. You know, I like the Dream mat. Actually, one of my subscribers sent me some Dream mat for my gold cube. So I'm going to be probably this weekend with my kids ripping off one of the vortex mats out of my gold cube and putting in some Dream mat and run that the next time I run it. Hey, Adrico. Hey, Josh Ortiz. Andrew O'Neill, how's it going? Jeremy Stanton. It's been a while since I've done Northern Nevada. If I remember right, that one has a lot of I think it's got a ton of pyrite in it, like crushed pyrite. But it's been like 2 years since I've done them. I have them on my list to redo them soon, though. You know, I don't mind the setup so much of the gold cube. It's just, especially when I'm using a recirculating system, and it just, you got totes with 100 gallons of water in it. You know, if I got to move it, I got to dump all the water out and refill it, and there's no hose around me, so that means, you know, hauling 2-gallon pails one at a time. Backyard prospecting. Yeah, the only Dream mat I've ever run is from their little pocket one, so I'll be really interested to see how it does. You know, I've got 10 gallons of my cons. I'm going to probably run through it just to see how it goes. Hey, HG Shovelhead, how's it going? You're late. Don't let it happen again, Ed. Backyard prospecting. How many bags am I deep? Not too many. I'm actually kind of hitting the bottom of the barrel. I just looked in there because I had my Goldbay bag mixed up. I only have Junes. Usually I'm 2 to 3 months out sometimes, but I'm going to start trying to do some bigger reviews and stuff like that, and they cost a lot more money, so I'm going to have to probably cut down to like 2 months. But I need to do a big order pretty soon. You know, I got to bug somebody to start shipping me a lot of boxes. Yeah, backyard prospecting. Well, unfortunately, the only place I can set up my cube is on my front porch, and it's facing the main street. So anyone driving by will see it, and you never know. Someone will just see it and be like, oh, I don't know what that is. Let me go grab it and put it in my truck. Yeah, Carl Ordway. Yeah, I love Goldbay. Goldbay is my #1 recommended site. Hey, Farmers for Truth. I'm not running a hose all the way through my house. I'll just wait. I'm moving in July, hopefully, so I'll have it all set up by then. And plus, it'll be nice because I'll be in a basement that's air conditioned, so I won't be outside in the 100-degree weather doing it like I had to do the last couple times I've run my Gold Cube and just sweating. When I was doing my old Gold Cube videos, I would shoot, I think, like 10, 15 minutes of it and then shut it off, pause everything, run inside, cool off for a half hour, come out and start it all up and run everything again. Edrico Wheeler, I did a video in December, or maybe it was in January, where I did my ROIs for the year, where I calculated how much, what my ROI was for the year. And I'm gonna be guessing here, but I think it was like 76%. It was actually pretty good. I didn't get burned too many times, and the times I did get burned, they were lower, cheaper bags. But I had a couple really good bags from companies like Goldbay and a couple other bags, Alaskan or Amaze 6. There was a couple really good bags in there that really bumped it up. So. But yeah, I do it usually in January. I go through my full year to see how much I've done, and I posted a video. It's somewhere in there. Awesome, CJ Hayes. Hey, JP Wands and more. Yeah, backyard prospecting. You got to bring that air conditioner. It sucks. When I was shooting my videos, originally when I first started, when we moved to Indiana, I was shooting all my videos in my shed. And man, it'd get 130 degrees in there. I think there's a couple videos where I even mentioned, like when it was winter, that while I was panning, when I'd set the pan down, like I pour off, it would freeze. The water would freeze. It was so cold in there. And then in the summer, I would just be pouring sweat. But back then, I wasn't showing my face, so nobody knew that it was just like, I was losing 10 pounds every time I shot a video. So then I moved everything indoors. I was like, I just can't do this anymore. Fluid bed sluices. I've seen some really good videos on fluid bed videos. But, when those are usually by the seller. And when a seller's shooting a video, they always seem to capture 100% of the gold, no matter what it is. You could just have a rag and a sluice. Watch. Here's a dish sponge. It's going to catch all the gold, So, but I do love the way the fluid sluices work. They look really, really cool. I always wanted to get one, but the price on them is just too much for a channel like mine. So, what's on the menu today? Hey, Kevin Yu. Who else did I miss? Adventure Seeker. Daniel Sam, how's it going? Jason G, how's it going? Jason Keith. We're going to be doing some Goldbay. This is his 3-pound sampler bag. I think it's got 0.4 grams in it guaranteed. I think it's that. Don't quote me on it, but it's his sampler bag. Farmer's Truth. Yeah, sheds are horrible. And I had just fixed it up too. I'd put in I'd sealed it up, put a roof on it because it didn't have a roof. So, it had the high peak. I finally put a roof on it, insulated it, and put in a portable air conditioner, and then I moved. So, it was all set up. It's nice now. The shed's nice. Now I just don't live there anymore. Hey, Bob Fitch. Here, let me post the link. Make sure you go to that link to post one comment so you can win whatever gold I find tonight. And we're probably going to start panning in like 3 or 4 minutes just because it's 3 pounds. I want to make sure I get through it all tonight. What would you recommend as a beginner sluice? I don't know. It depends on what you're trying to catch. I mean, I love the gutter sluice, but only with the VMAT. You know, that's the problem with a lot of sluices, like the gutter sluice they sell on Amazon. I think it's like $80 with the VMAT. You know, but the general mat they have with it isn't very good. So you kind of got to get that. And then they make a lot of like the Spike Strike and all these other ones that are prefabbed with built-in riffles. And I'm not a huge fan of those because it really depends on what you're trying to catch. You know, like when you look at all these prefabbed ones where there's no matting to be pulled out, it'll be 1/3 nuggets, 1/3 medium gold, and 1/3 fine gold. But if all you're trying to catch is fine gold, then 2/3 of your sluice is worthless. So I personally prefer matted sluices, but it's really what you're trying to catch. Hey, Southern Coin. And I just answered your question, Southern Coin. I just didn't say hi first. Three Nuggeteers. Yeah, they all, you know, I've never seen a video that shows somebody losing gold. You know, they all catch every piece of the gold. So, yeah, Southern Coin. Yeah, I've seen the Sluice Fox. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. The Sluice Fox is the same one where it's a prefab and it's got built-in riffles. And I'm personally not a fan of those because, you know, it really depends on what you're running. You know, if you're running something with really chunky gold, like I said, if you're only using a portion of it, then it doesn't help. All right, thank you, Guido. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And it sucks. I had set up something different on my software where it was supposed to announce that you just did something, but it didn't do it. But thank you very much, Guido. Oh, there you go. See, there it goes. See? It's right here. See, Guido? Thank you very much. If you'd have typed in some word, it was supposed to talk to you, too. The Easy Sluice is riffled and matted. I'll have to look at that one, 3 Nuggeteers. What pan am I using tonight? I'm just going to be using my regular pan. I have torn up my little workroom and I had to pack them up because my son is really big into Nerf guns right now. So we've been taking them apart and painting them and modding them and doing all kinds of like tricks to them. So I had to get to all my tools. So all my pans were put away, but I have to, and this is 3 pounds of paydirt. I didn't want to try the new sluice with 3 pounds of paydirt. I'll wait till I have like a 1 pound one. But I don't know which, I still need to burn off my metal pan. I'd like to start using the metal pan. But I'm just going to be using my regular 4-stage tonight. Hey, Flower Gold Wizards. Thank you very much, Werewill. Earth Scum, how's it going? Bob Fitch. Well, it didn't do the voice. I'll have to fix that for the next one. But thank you very much, Werewill. I don't know why it's not working. But see, now it does just more animation to thank y'all for the donations. I really appreciate it. Backyard prospecting. Yes, modding Nerf guns. Yeah, my son's super into it. I don't know if anyone knows what modding a Nerf gun is, but it's where you take a Nerf gun, you strip it down, and you put much bigger springs in it, and you do a whole bunch of things for the air restrictors. And these darts shoot out so fast. We did one yesterday, and it went from the darts shoot normally at 50 FPS, and we got it up to 145. My son came and cocked the gun. It's so strong now. I had to keep cocking it for it, but he loves it, you know. Nothing like getting belted with a Nerf dart that actually leaves a bruise. So, but for tonight's pan, we're just going to be using my 4-stage. So, Daniel, Sam, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all. Thank y'all very much. Do a Nerf video. I'm trying to get my son to do them, you know, because I have enough issues with this. I told him I already have the setup for the overhead. He could just strip down when he's here on the weekends and do it. So I'm not so sure his mom really wants him to have a YouTube channel though. So but yeah, I definitely need to, back to the sluices, I definitely need to check out some sluices once I move and I can actually have a setup already ready. You know, it just sucks, you know, having to haul totes around and water and cameras where, you know, I can just go buy another camera and have it preset with a new microphone and not have to move them. That's one of the problems too is with me, is all my equipment is mounted except for my one microphone and that's it. So whenever I do anything, if I want to shoot a video outside or do gem stuff, I have to disassemble a lot of the equipment here to go put it somewhere else. So it'll be nice. It's a lot cheaper for me to go buy another $80 camera and a new $80 microphone and have it set up right by my Sluice station. So Edrico Wheeler, I have a recirculating system for my nugget bucket. I actually built one last year and it is somewhere in a box. I don't know what I did with it, but I actually made one and I changed out the classifiers to it. I did a whole bunch of stuff to my nugget bucket. And I mean, I didn't get to try to see if it worked, but it, you know, in theory it worked. So we'll have to see. Yeah, whistle darts don't work when they're flying too fast. Mavericks, I don't know which ones we've done. Hey, Richard Davis. We did the Kronos last weekend, and we're going to be doing an old barricade this weekend, and I forget another one, but we're also, he wants a gun off out of, it's a really expensive gun. It's a $150 Nerf gun that he wants to put in a giant spring that'll shoot at like 220 FPS or something crazy. It's going to punch a hole through his mom's wall. And And let me post the link. The link is posted again. Make sure you go and enter a comment so you can try and win tonight's gold. Just one comment in that video for the one I just linked. Yeah, the motorized one, the old barricade. It was one of the first flywheels. So I'll have to definitely get my son to do a couple of videos, you know. And I'm all about, you know, if he wants to do something, I'm all about doing it, you know. He likes playing golf, so every weekend we go to the driving range for about an hour before I throw my back out and I have to crawl into the car and drive home. And he wants to do Nerf, we do that. And anything my daughter wants to do, she likes tennis, so, you know. And then when we get to my gold and gem hunting, you know, we do that. So unfortunately, nowadays they don't like to be on video anymore. You know, I think I've embarrassed them too much, or they're getting too old, so it's hard to get them to do. We did some gem dirt like 2 weeks ago, but they wouldn't let me shoot the video on it. So I was like, oh well. You know, I still have one that I really want them to do because it's a sapphire one. GS prospecting, yeah. I like the little gutter sluice. I mean, it's way overpriced, but like I said, I'm gonna have one, probably a sluice, in like 2 weeks maybe. I have all the parts. I've already built the prototype, and so now I know I've found all the problems and it works. Originally, I had put in the sluice that I was making, it's just going to be a DIY video, but I put like Razorback, Gold Hog matting in it and stuff, but just the pump I had wasn't powerful enough, so I went and just put some Vortex matting in it, and it works great. It works great with Vortex matting. So, and then I just got in some VMAT, so since VMAT's cheap, I want to try some VMAT on it to see how it works on cheap matting. But I think I built the whole sluice minus the matting for $13. And it's an aluminum sluice. 2-foot aluminum sluice for 13 bucks. So, you know, I'll have that video up in like 2 weeks. You know, and it's a pretty decent sluice. It works. It catches gold. It's sitting out on my, actually, it's on my patio right now full of gold. And it's been there for 2 weeks. I should probably go get it sooner. Yeah. Hey, Mark Miller. Southern Coin. Yeah, I'm not very good at golf. I'm not a big fan of it. You know, but the driving range, I'll do. You know, the driving range, all you have to do is swing as hard as you want and try and get the ball somewhere. So I don't mind that. I couldn't do doing the whole 18 holes or anything like that. I suck way too bad at it. So, but my son's pretty good. He's pretty good. So. And he's young, so he'll get better. Edrigo Wheel, what are the 3 companies you would recommend for purchasing Paydirt? There's be a couple of them. I don't know if I can narrow it down to 3 without maybe saying something about somebody else, but definitely Goldbay. Goldbay would be number 1. Lynch Mining's good. Tom's Gold Dirt is really good. Kenai Gold is really good. Those are probably the 4 top ones. And then there's going to be one I will be posting, not this month, but I don't want to say their name because I don't want to spoil the video. But I have a video coming out in like 2 weeks. Not this Monday, but the following Monday. I will have a review up that nobody wants to miss. It's the best ROI you can get ever. So, and it's a guaranteed ROI too. Hey, Jason Keith Prospect. I don't know if I said hi to you. Stuart Ronnie. Yeah, if you can find the gutter, they're really cheap to make. The most expensive thing in most sluices is actually the matting, you know. That's why I tried, you know, just to get to make my sluice, it only costs you 13 bucks. But, you know, depending on what kind of matting you want to put in it, if you want to put, you know, Gold Hog matting, you're going to probably spend 40 bucks on that. Or if you put Dream Mat, you're going to spend 60. If you put VMAT, it'll cost you 15. I bought a piece of VMatting for 15, and I'm sure you can find that a lot cheaper. Hey, S-Rip. All right, last time I'm going to post a link for a while. So make sure you go to that link and leave 1 comment so you can win the gold tonight or have a chance at winning the gold tonight. And in case you don't know, we're doing Goldbay 3-pound sample bag. I think it's guaranteed 0.4 grams, but I could be wrong. And we'll just see what we get in the end. Southern Coin. Rye guy. Yeah, here, let me just email me. I'll post my email right now. I don't post my address anywhere in my channel because then sellers would know your address and you just never know. You know, sometimes I get relatives or friends around here to order me Paydirt if it's just a small one. And if they know you live in a little town and they see another order going in that little town, you know, they could mess up the bag, so. Yeah, or you can make your own silicone mats. That's another one. Yeah, that's about it. VMAT's probably the cheapest, but you know, if you order VMAT, I had to order mine off of eBay, and I paid I think 15 bucks for it. That'll fill my sluice, and that's probably 3 times what I would pay if they had it at my local Home Depot. Because usually Home Depot, a lot of Home Depots have VMAT. It just mine doesn't. I live in a little bitty town, so they have nothing in our Home Depot. So, but all right, let me move my camera, get us to the gold so we can start panning out some stuff. And then that way y'all won't have to look at my ugly mug anymore. There we go. Got the gold. Let me move some stuff around. And we're going to pan. Earth's gum. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things that are essentially V-matting. You just have to go to the Home Depots and Lowe's and all those and just look through all their like sections where they have stuff. I should probably go try like Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight would probably have it. And they're cheap. I just been lazy with the Sluice. And plus I figured everyone's gonna want their own type of matting, you know, so I figured if you can build the Sluice for an aluminum Sluice for 12 to 13 bucks, then, you know, then you can put whatever kind of matting you can afford in it. If you can just afford, you know, a piece of carpet, stick a piece of carpet in it. It'll catch gold. You know, I look like you, I just have hair. I used to have hair. It's funny, I actually was talking to someone the other day, and they said they didn't recognize me because I haven't seen them in years. And it's because I used to have hair when they knew me. But a long time ago, my hair started getting thin, so I figured, you know, just cut it off. I didn't want to start doing comb over or any of those things, so, you know. But here we go. Let's just start getting with the plus 10. And this stuff should be pretty dirty. Goldbay usually is. Yeah. Southern Coin. No, you don't have to be present. Just make sure if you come back to see if you won, you will have to look at the video to see my email. It's also in the description. So you'll have to email me because I don't contact you. So if you win, you'll have to contact me. And you have 30 days to collect your prize. Yeah, that's a good one. The old kids slide. Backyard processing. Yeah, this is his sample bag. I'm trying to do, wherever I do a review on Monday, that Thursday I'll do the same company's Paydirt. And Justin Freak, how's it going? And yes, today is Goldbay. It's their sample bag. I think it's 0.4 grams guaranteed. Yeah. Hey, Gary and Doris, how you doing? Joel Jeffrey, how's it going? Backyard prospecting. Yeah, it is 3 pounds. This is now. I did buy this a while ago because it just came in a regular his old bags, and I know he's switched now to those coffee bags. It's been sitting for a while. I've had this one probably sitting for 2 months, so. Yeah, Goldbay is always dirty stuff. That's why I did not use fresh, clean water. I knew it was just going to get fouled up pretty quick. It's usually not too hard to pan though, so it's just the hardest part really with Goldbay is just how dirty your water gets. Got one little piece in the +10. There we go. So I'm gonna pop that one out and put it somewhere so I don't lose it. And everyone, make sure you remind me later when I'm showing off the gold I don't forget it like I did last show. It's pretty thin. Look. At least there's some gold in the +10. And as always, I do repan this out in case I find more before I post the totals and send it to anyone. So if you win, you get all the gold. It might be 1.5 pounds. I'm kind of, what happened was, it ships, his old Paydirt used to just ship in those plastic bags, kind of like the bubble mailer type. And I had that, and I had another company's. And when I opened the bag I thought I was using tonight, I'd weighed it and everything. And it was actually the other company's. I had written the wrong name on the wrong bag. So, and I didn't weigh this one up. I figured it didn't really matter too much since this isn't really a review. So, otherwise I'd dock them points because it is damp, as you can see, where it's been sitting out and drying. I had a pan sitting on top of it. So I'd be docking them points if it was a review because it's damp. Yeah, the purple bags. This one was actually in a white one, which is why I got confused, since I know his usually come in purple. But I've seen the white ones before. I guess it's when he runs out of the purple ones. But I like the coffee bags better than those. And I don't think they're much better quality-wise, but at least it makes it a little easier when you're stockpiling a whole bunch of Paydirt. You don't have a whole bunch of just plastic bags with no name on them. Super fine gold in Goldbays. Yeah, it just depends on the bag. He adds in the guaranteed amount, but it is real Paydirt he gets from his mine. So, if you're the lucky one to get some of that fine gold in there. Vulture Paydirt is dirty. Yeah, I did some of that recently. It was pretty dirty. In general, Arizona Paydirt's gonna be dirty just because it's such a dry area. But there's always a fine line between really dirty Paydirt and super clean Paydirt, where if your water's still, if you can see straight through at the end of all your panning, it just makes you feel less like it's, Paydirt. Just because it's been washed so much. A normal human, what you think about Breeze Gold Paydirt? I'm not a big fan of his, considering he got his video taken down. I'm still fighting with YouTube to get it reinstated. And if you can just go check out his feedback, look at his negative feedback, and he gets most of them removed, but when he doesn't, they're usually not very nice. Somebody complained about one of his bags, and he called the guy a retard. And I just... I can understand if customer doesn't like something, but he's not a nice guy if he doesn't get his way. And that's not the type of person I want to buy stuff from, because customer service to me is really important. And if you have an issue and they start cursing you out and doing stuff like that, it's not worth buying from them. So, and I'm also not a fan of people who do giveaways or those 1 in 10,000 bags is an ounce and all kinds of other weird things he does. So a little bit more gold here. And we still got to do all the fine stuff still. We got a roller here. Let me just put this. But I will be reviewing Breeze again eventually. Probably this year, not too long from now. I'll just have to change it up some so he can't file a claim against the video. So So you can't cry when he doesn't like his video. And it wasn't even that horrible of a review. I mean, it really wasn't. I just didn't like that his auctions, he was saying that he donated a set amount to a charity. And it's against eBay's rules. You can't say that. You have to go through eBay for charities because there's no proof that he donated. And he just went cray-cray. So... Tom's Paydirt was clean. Yeah, Tom's Paydirt is usually pretty clean. And it just really depends. I mean, it's my own personal preference. Is I kind of like the in-between. I don't like really clean stuff. I don't like super dirty. But if you're a beginner, you're going to want the super clean stuff. Getting reviews removed is BS. Yeah, I mean, they'll put it up. But the problem is anyone can file a copyright claim. And they take down your video. And it takes YouTube like 6 months to put it back up. And by then it's worthless. I mean, what's good a 6-month video that's been gone, nobody watched it. Nobody's going to go back 6 months to see if a video got reinstated. So it's pretty bogus. But as soon as it comes back up, I'll just repost it as a new video. So you know, either that or I'll shoot another one. So Dragonfire. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. You know, I've had issues with sellers before, and they've, you know, been nice and polite about it and said they are sorry. You know, I think last year or earlier this year, I did my top 10 ROIs, and one of them was from a seller out of Alaska that bought it off eBay. And his review wasn't that great because it took him like 2 months to ship me my Paydirt. But he was nice. I mean, he was really nice in his customer service. You know, he was apologetic and saying he was sorry and stuff like that. So, but, you know, then you get the ones that just want to curse you out. It's not good customer service. It just tells you if you have a problem, you know, if it gets lost in the mail, they're not going to be the ones to help you. So. Rod Kurt. Thank you, Anthony Hallbrook. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Gary endorsed 1-9 pickers. Yeah, I mean, his Paydirt wasn't horrible. I just had issues with things he was doing on his channel, on his thing. You know, it's just, if eBay has a rule, there's a reason for that rule. And it's kind of funny too, is because right after I questioned him about that, his eBay listing, he removed it and he changed it. So, you know, if I tell you, you know, the whole thing was in his eBay listing, he said he would put $2 donation towards a military charity for every sale. And I asked him, you know, to clarify it, because he said he would put like up to $2 or something. It was the way he phrased it. And he got really mean and nasty even before, you know, just me asking him that question. And I was like, well, you know, it's against eBay's rules. And are you giving the full $2, or where's the proof that you're donating this? And he just called me out and was just mean and nasty. But then he changed it. And now it just says he donates a portion of his sales. You know, which is even, to me, just as bad. Because is that a millionth of a penny? You know, that's technically a portion of it. So I don't like people who do weird things in their descriptions to try and trick you. And B. Wiles, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Well, he was in Alaska. It took him 2 months because he was out. He wasn't in Alaska at the time. So he had to wait until he got back to Alaska so he could ship it to me. So, and I don't think he got a good review on that part of it, just because it took him, I think, a month to even reply that he was out of town. But I got an over 100% ROI, so, you know, sometimes it's worth it, you know. You're welcome, 3 Nuggeteers. Well, good luck, Gunner. if I redo his, if they don't put his video back up, if they keep that copyright thing, I will do a couple reviews on his Paydirt, but I will just make sure I don't show his bag of Paydirt. You know, that's the only thing they could really get me for, was that I actually showed his product, which still is in the fair use law, but if I just put a piece of tape over it, then they can't say anything. So yeah, make sure you go hit that like button. Thanks, Robert Lewis. Well, yeah, and I've got no problem with people donating. I think that's it was a good cause too. I just, you know, there's a reason eBay doesn't allow it, because when they used to allow it, everyone's auction all said the same thing. You know, I donate 99% of the sale to charity. And, you know, people would buy that one over somebody else's, and they weren't donating any of it. So now you actually have to go through eBay, and eBay takes the money out of the sale and donates it for you. So you don't get a choice. You know, you can't say, oh, I'm not going to donate it. And he's still not doing that, which makes you wonder, you know, if somebody was refusing to use eBay's policy, you know, or their built-in software to make the donation, you know, makes you wonder. So hey, Chris Ossier, how's it going? After I get through this pan, I'm gonna post the link so anyone that's new can try to win tonight's gold. We've gotten a little bit. I think it's supposed to have 0.4. We'll have to see. Pour this off. See a little bit of gold in there. Let me post the link real quick. So make sure you go to that link. And enter one comment so you can have a chance at winning the gold tonight. And as always, you know, YouTube and its affiliates have nothing to do with this giveaway. I'm 100% responsible for it, and you have 30 days to collect your prize. Robert Lewis. Well, that sucks if you can't mine it. That's the best property to own that has gold on it. If you can't mine it, you could have a property with no gold. Hey, Justin. No, you didn't miss anything. We panned out the +10 and the -10 +20. There wasn't that much of it. We're mostly going through the -20 now. I mean, I have to say, I'm pretty bad at it too. I forget to hit a lot of the like buttons when I go watch other people's videos. They don't make it convenient for you, you know? Like in all my reviews, I can put a little logo that can say subscribe that you can hit and subscribe. It should be in the video, because I watch all my videos full screen. So there should be like a little button in the full screen with a thumbs up and a thumbs down to make it easy. Hey, Steve Buckles. Well, thanks again for joining the show. Backyard prospecting. That's not a bad deal. Buy one, get one. If you use it. What do you think about GPAA, Dylan? I mean, it's not bad. If you don't have access to land with gold on it, it's a great thing as long as you use it. That's the whole thing. Hey, Werewell, thank you very much. Thank you very much. But if you have access to land, or you live somewhere where you can pretty much go on public property and get gold, I wouldn't bother. But a lot of people don't have that chance. You just have to make sure you use it. You know, I can't tell you. I know a lot of people who get memberships to GPAA and then never end up going to any of their property. So, you know, they're just throwing their money away. And some of the older properties, you know, you really have to look at the map and then ask some questions, Because if you only live around an area that's really old land of theirs, it's been mined up like crazy. But they do get some newer spots. Thank you, 3 Nuggeteers. Thank you very much. Mo Newton. Oh, I'm glad. Backyard prospecting. Yeah, it's like a gym membership. I haven't been to my gym in 3 months since the lockdown. Luckily, they're not charging me, though. So it's been free, but I'm getting fatter again. Andrew O'Neill. Yeah, it's if you can use it, you know, if you can go every weekend, it's well worth it. You know. Because 90% of the time, no matter where you go, you're going to probably get the same amount of gold unless you know somewhere that's got super ton of gold. You know, if you're in Tennessee and you just go up into the mountains and go panning or something like that, or Georgia, you're going to get, you know, a little bit of gold, but you can go on GPAA, you can at least try different areas. On GPAA claims mostly flour gold. Well, that's what 90% of the areas around the country is going to be, is flour gold. You know. I mean, they have spots that have really good gold, but you're going to have good equipment to go get it, you know. Earth Scum. Yeah, see, if you're a member for 2 years and there's nothing there, you really have to look at their map. I don't know if they changed it, but I know the last time I had looked at the GPA thing, there was no way for you to really easily see where all the properties were unless you joined. And there was another company too that has land. I can't remember the name of them. That you can get memberships to, and they're the same. Like, you can't really see where all the spots are until you join. Robert Lewis, thank you. Oh, what is that? GS Prospecting, yeah, he's got good videos. Most of the people actually in my chat have good videos. HD Shovelhead, 3 Nuggeteers, I just watched a couple of his videos, is good. Backyard Prospecting. A lot of good videos. It kind of sucks. You used to be able to, in the chat, right-click on a person's name and go to their channel, but I think they got rid of that. Depends on where you're at. Like, if you're at, you know, if you're in Seattle, you can just go get a permit and go out on the rivers, and they got really good gold there, but they only issue so many permits. You got to be quick and lucky. Unlike me, I'm in Indiana. There's nothing but really flour gold unless you go really high up north and get lucky. But, you know, you can go on public waterways, and there's so many public waterways in Indiana. There's just no gold. It's not worth the time. And there's really not that much in southern Indiana. And Flower Gold Wizards is a really good channel, too. I was just reading off what was actually on my chat page. Like I said, everyone pretty much in the chat has a channel. Like, half the people in the chat have a channel, so... Yeah, and it's only parts of the year in Seattle, but the gold in Seattle is a lot better than in a lot of other places. You know. And it also depends on, you know, if you want to follow the letter of the law 100%, you know. If you want to go into a state park, like all the state parks here in Indiana don't allow gold mining, but if they don't catch you, they don't know, so... Rod Kurt, yeah, someone sent me a whole bunch of gold hog matting, and thank you very much, Richard Davis. Thank you very much. But somebody sent me a whole bunch of gold hog matting. It was really cool of them, and eventually I'll have to use it. I cut it down for my sluice, just my pump still just, you need a high water flow for it. I'm going to have to convert my gold cube sluice to run. And once I do that, I'll be able to use the gold hog sluice matting. But I like that stuff. It was really cool. Justin. Yeah, there's a ton of gold channels. There's a lot of them. You know, I tend to not plug all of them if they haven't been around for a while, because there's a lot of channels that'll pop up and they'll do videos for like 2 or 3 months, then they just give up and they go away. Or they start doing nothing but giveaways. There's a lot of channels that, you know, they'll start out really cool doing some good stuff, but then they just get into doing nothing but giveaways, you know, trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers, where every video's 100 subscriber giveaway, 150 subscriber giveaway, 200. It's, you know, and that's fine for them if they can get the channel built that way, but there's no real content there. A normal human? Well, at least you found gold. A lot of times people go out and don't find anything. Butler, Ohio or Lucas, Ohio? I have no idea. I don't really get out of Indiana much. As far as I go, it's St. Louis or Louisville every once in a while, and that's just with the kids. But sadly, my car is not like a I'm going to take this out of town car. You know, when your bank account most of the time says 0, you don't want to drive a hoopty, you know, too far, because if it breaks down, you're walking a lot. But I will look those up. I'll have to go through the chat later, or Anthony, you can just message me and tell me, remind me those, so I can look them up and put them in my bookmarks. I have a ton of bookmarks for everything. Well, thank you again, Richard Davis. Yeah, it's just easier for me to buy Paydirt, and it gives me content for my channel for some weird reason. You know, it's one thing watching like Pioneer Poly or Clash or some of these other ones going out, Dan Hurd, and finding gold, but the places they can go have really good gold. You know, nobody's going to want to watch my content of me sluicing out some Indiana or Southern rivers for 8 hours to get 2 little microscopic flakes of gold. And me crying the whole time about my back and my knees and my shoulders. Curled up in the fetal position halfway through the video. Well, you can, yeah, you only have to use pans and sluices if they catch you. That's the wonderful thing about state parks, is they're usually really, really big. So if you don't mind hoofing it and walking up that stream 2 miles, you can run whatever you want. Especially if you're using a battery operated pump. Washington's got good gold if you can capture it. It is like Washington Beach. Washington Beach has a ton of gold. You just have to know how to capture it. Joel Jeffrey, mosquitoes crawling all over you. I'm from the South. Mosquitoes don't bug me. And it's funny, you know, I grew up in the South, in New Orleans, so I can go outside with a ton of mosquitoes and maybe 1 or 2 will bite me, but usually they don't bug me. But my kids, man, because they were born in California, they go outside near mosquitoes and they just blow up. So many mosquitoes bite them and they just get giant welts on them, and I'm just standing there laughing at them. Yeah, if you're buying a claim, you have to be real careful. I used to love reading the claims on eBay, where people are always selling these gold claims on eBay for like $500 and $600. It's like, you know, there's no gold on that. I know he's gonna sell for $600. Have Dream Mat for your cube for no, even that's not good for Washington Beach mining. If you watch their video, they use an 11 stack gold cube followed up by a Gold Hog sluice. I think it's like their 6-foot sluice full of Gold Hog matting just to catch all the gold. I mean, they run a monster setup at Washington Beach Mining. Don't expect much and you won't be disappointed. That's it. Well, that's what you pretty much have to do. If you're going to go out mining, it's just about having the fun. You know, it's just like, you know, when me and my kids go out metal detecting or something like that, it's just about having fun. You know, spending the day doing something other than watching TV or cutting your grass or, you know, whatever it is, grocery shopping. You know, it's just about going out and having fun. Especially if you can do it with your kids. A .67 nugget, that's pretty good. That's the last of the Paydirt. This actually went much quicker than I thought it would. It mustn't have been 3 pounds. It might had to be a 1.5 pound bag. Backyard prospecting. I don't know. I thought they switched to Dream Mat. I thought he switched to Dream Mat. But I don't know. I haven't watched their channel in a long time. I do have a bag of their Paydirt I thought about doing for a live show, but I just don't know if it's going to be worth my aggravation trying to pan it all out. And it doesn't have very much gold in it, in their bags of Paydirt. Hey, Jonathan, friend, how's it going? And yes, we can see your comment. That's weird if you can't see him, though. AG Shovel ad. Yeah, eBay Nugget claims. That's it. I used to love reading those. I haven't read them in a long time, but I used to love reading those claims. You know, it's like, oh, this is great land. It's, oh, yeah, it's this and this. We did an XRF survey on some rocks and it had gold. It's like, hey, you probably brought the rock there and threw it on the ground. You know, oh, here's a piece of wood. It must be from an old mining camp. It's like, no, it's a piece of wood somebody threw on the ground. But it was just unbelievable. It's like nobody's going to sell a claim with gold on it for 500 bucks. Just nobody. Best way to get a claim is to go through the old records, because all claims have really good records on them, and just wait for some claim that nobody forgets to renew and then snagging that up. Might want to refresh your page, Jonathan, friend. And it really depends on where you're at, based on location to where I'm at. Because I know there's like a, YouTube has a 30-second delay just on the, what I'm saying to when it actually comes on the screen, which is horrible. But so your chat might be delayed. Backyard prospecting. Yeah, well, if you're doing beach sands, you want to go out there with a backhoe and just start mauling it out. Yeah, Kentucky has a little bit of gold. Pretty much every state has gold. I mean, even Florida has gold. It just washes up from the old pirate ships onto the beach. You know, it's just how hard it's going to work to get it, and, you know, if it's worth it to you. You know, you could go out in Alabama and spend all day and $30 worth of gas and get $1 worth of gold, you know. And but if you have fun, it's worth it. A normal human. My chat's frozen. Hold on, let me check something. If you try to type too fast, it'll time you out sometimes, but the stream health is working perfectly and other people are chatting. So I know there's a time log on it, or where if you start to post too quickly, it'll stop you. I need to remove that one of these days. I just originally had it in there to keep when I was doing my giveaways where you were just calling out numbers. Three Nugget Tears. Oh yeah, they definitely season that dirt, you know. They'll go to a certain spot, throw a whole bunch of flour gold in it, and come back. Oh yeah, let's pan right here, see if there's any gold. Oh wow, look at all this gold you're finding. There's enough free software out there where you can research claims that you shouldn't have to really buy a claim based on somebody telling you something. You can do the research and see, you know, because if you own a claim, you have to report a lot of stuff. So, especially you want older claims. You know, most people don't want a claim that's just now found. You want one that you know somebody's worked on. Yeah. Oh, I've seen it before. I saw once on eBay somebody bought a claim, and that's when I used to read them every day for, you know, giggles. And that same claim came up 6 months later, more expensive from whoever bought it. So they bought it and found nothing, and they just listed up and put it up more expensive, I guess, to recoup the money they put into trying to get no gold out of it. A little bit of gold. Not too much minus 40. This is all plus 40, minus 20. Couple little pieces minus 40. This water's so dirty. Alabama has some decent gold if you can hit the right spot. I mean, most of it though, like, you know, if you go to Alabama Gold Camp, that place has been so worked up, they only let you mine the places that they've already worked. So, you know, you're not going to find anything except for stuff they missed. And, you know, if you're recovering 95% of the gold, then that little 5% that you have a chance to recover is just not worth it. Normal human. Yeah, refresh YouTube. Either that or close it and reopen it. I don't know if you're on a computer or your phone or whatnot. Little pile of gold. I know it's guaranteed 0.4, so it's probably really close to that. No. Not too bad. I'm guessing it's really close to 0.4. Doesn't look like I hauled out a whole bunch more. All right, backyard prospecting. Hey, Dan. All right, let me move some cameras around again. And we're going to give this gold away. All right, let me see. 0.417, 0.430. Oh, it was in the... I had put it in the little tin. So yeah, it's in there. That's why I put all the other gold in there too, so I wouldn't forget. Yeah, Dave. That's Gary and Loris. That's David. That's Goldbay. 0.404. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be really close, like 0.41. 0.3. That's guaranteed 0.4. You think this man's going to short me? Is it guaranteed a quarter gram? I have to look. Here, let me go look. I did buy this a while ago because he puts it on and off where he's selling it and he's not. Let's see if he has it up. I told y'all not to quote me on the amount. Yeah, the bags are approximately 1.5 pounds, contains a minimum of a quarter gram, and could contain up to 0.4. All right, so I didn't know what I was talking about then. Here, let me move the camera so y'all can look at my ugly mug. Oh, where's the camera at? Where's the other camera? There we go. No, this thing is just not working today. There we go. Now y'all can look at my ugly mug. All right, so yeah, it is supposed to have a quarter gram up to 0.4. So we're all guessing totally wrong. It still looks like 0.4 to me. It still looked like it was close to 0.4. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with the 0.4. Anthony Hallbrook. You're changing your guess now that you know the minimum, huh? Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Even if you guess it on the number, you're still not going to win it that way. Here, let me post the link. Make sure you go to that link. So you have a chance to win this gold without guessing right, and see how off you are when I post later tonight. I will post it later on YouTube on what the actual numbers are, and I'll post it on Patreon. So Gary Endor, yeah, Dave's a good guy. He's you know, it's why he's my number one. It's not just that he's got good paydirt, but you know, he's a good guy, and he's got good paydirt, and he's been doing this for a very long time. So you know, 0.466. Yeah, let me see if I can get the gold on the screen. Where's... why is it doing it? There you go. So now the gold's on the screen, so you can keep guessing, see how everyone's right or wrong. Hopefully that doesn't crash my OBS. It usually does, but we'll see. All right, let me get back to the chat. Gary endorsed. My next bag of paint from Goldbay. Yep. And it's fun to guess. Everyone was pretty close last time, I think. Good article on this month's Gold Prospectors. I didn't get my copy. But I don't think that one forwarded when I moved. Hey, Aiden Ruiz. How's it going? You just got enough time. Here, let me post the link again. Make sure you go to that link and leave one comment so you have a chance at winning the gold tonight. It's up there in the pan in the corner, or in this corner right here. We're all guessing somewhere, anywhere between a quarter gram to 0.4. Dan, you're welcome. Thank you. Joseph Richard. Yeah. Just email me. If you don't have my address. Who doesn't love free stuff? All right, 3 Nuggeteers. Go get your beer on. Sean Sparks. Now watch that win, except for my scale doesn't go that many numbers. If it's 0.327, we'll call you the winner because you went farther than that. So, or if it is 0.327, I'll match it and send you that as well, Sean Sparks. Justin. Yeah, well, that's why I do my Thursday shows every Thursday at 7 o'clock. So if you miss one, at least you got another one you can watch the following week. So. You normal human. Electron detector. Gary and Doris. Well, maybe tonight will be your lucky night, Gary and Doris. Just make sure you leave a comment. Here, let me go check and make sure everyone's comments are going through. Oh, 8 spam this time. Man, it did not like y'all's comments. Let me put those. I hate this new YouTube studio. It won't let me approve these comments. All right. All right. Now everyone's comments are approved. There we go. There you go. Now I can get back to chat. All right, 3 Nuggeteers. Thank you again for joining the show. .11. Oh, it's more than .11. Hear me. That's more than .11. That's at least a quarter gram. 0.420. I didn't turn my mic off. Hello, hello, hello. I have my mics on. I was gonna say, I was like, did I turn it off again like a, you know, like a schmo? Then I thought, well, maybe I unplugged it when I was moving everything around. But yeah, thank you. Good joke, Christopher. All right, Daniel, Sam. I'm going to pull the name in like 2 or 3 minutes. So, oh, you want coffee? Speak up, Bryce Padell. Yeah. I mean, start screaming. So, all the bar patrons, just tell all the bar patrons to be quiet. He was joking with me. My microphone's fine. I actually need to change my setup. The way I have my setup, when I'm looking at it, it shows me all my cameras and that they're working, but I can't see if the microphone's working. I need to put it on the top so I can see, because then you can see the sound bar moving. And that could have just taken me a millionth of a second to see what was going on. Hey, Nicholas Ware. Here, let me post the link last time, then we're going to go give away some gold. So go to that link and leave 1 comment. You've got about 2 to 3 minutes for me to approve it. And then we're going to pull a name, see who wins some gold tonight. Robert Lewis. Yeah, you got to clean up. Yeah, we all know what that means. It means the house was, no dishes were washed, and you were sitting around eating cereal out of a giant bowl. And now she's coming back and you got to clean, because everybody does that. Jason Keith prospecting, 0.398. Hey, good luck, everyone. Here, let me go check comments, and we're just going to pull a name just to make sure that they last couple, since tonight it seems like it wants to do a spam, but nope. All right. Let's go. Get rid of my ugly mug. we go. So there we go. Everyone's comments. How many comments do we have? I don't even know. We're going to just see. Fetch everything. 92 comments. We're going to pick a winner, and this is for this pile of gold right here in this pan from Goldbay, and this was their camera-approved sample bags. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. Brian McCloskey. Good luck to everyone. Hopefully a long-time subscriber gets it. Well, I don't know how long you've been subscribed, but you won it. So, Brian, you won it, and congratulations for that. Really awesome. Brian, still in chat? Josh Ortiz, your wife. Probably because men don't clean very well. I can't tell you the number of times when I was married that I would clean the house and my wife would come home and start cleaning, and I'd be like, the house is clean, what are you doing? And she'd just point out all the things I failed at in cleaning. I'm trying to see if Brian's still in chat. I think you might have left, but either way, you have 30 days to collect your prize. Otherwise, it gets forfeited and goes into my pockets. And then I'll give it away at some other point to somebody in some giveaway. So, but here, now I'm going to make y'all look at my ugly mug again. So, there you go. Ugly mug. Bam! Right in your face. I really appreciate everyone coming to the show tonight. I'm working on getting some bigger, better bags for these live shows. It's just, we're burning through my stockpile, and then we'll start having some bigger, better bags to go through with more gold. So people can start winning, you know, a gram of gold in a show. Thank you, Donna Karen. Didn't see you pop in. William Isaacs. I don't know if I said hi to you. Dave B. You too. And thank you. I like doing the reviews. I'm glad people appreciate them. I try my best to make decent reviews, you know. Sean Sparks, yeah. I will wait, and I will post on YouTube in probably 30 minutes. I guess at like 9:30. It'll probably take me about an hour to repan it all out and weigh it up, dry it up. But about an hour, I'll post on YouTube what the final weight was, as well as on Patreon. Jonathan Friend. All right. I haven't checked my email. It just, my email is haywire. I need to change which email client I'm using, so I just hate the other one my option is. So you get used to one program, and mine has just been puttering around, and they need to reinstall it and some stuff, and it's going to take them a week going through my host. So I need to just change it. And then I'll check emails probably tomorrow and answer them. Thank you, Robert Lewis. Thank you very much. I really appreciate everyone that comes to these live shows. I appreciate it. It's fun, you know. And like I said, hopefully we'll get some bigger and better bags, you know. The pink 10-stage Martin pan. I know it's still my list. I tried that pink pan, the other one. I just don't know how well the pink pan is going to show up on my screen. The last pink pan I did was really, really bright. So you couldn't really see the gold as, like, I might be able to see it, but the people on the camera won't be able to see it. So, normal human. All right. Thanks a lot for joining the show. Thank you, Geos Prospecting. All right, Gunnar L, thank you for watching the show all the way from Germany. Thank you, Mark Miller. Like I said, I need to probably this week. I've just been really busy this month with these really big bags of paydirt. They take a long time to shoot those videos and edit them. So next month, I plan on making this, you know, getting some much better bags of paydirt for these live shows, doing some much better bags and bigger bags of paydirt for my reviews. So I just need the time to do some research, you know, because I don't want to do a 4-ounce bag of paydirt, even if it's got 2 grams of gold in it because it'll make the show 10 minutes. So it's, you know, I'm trying to find 1 gram bags that are 1 pound. A lot of times when, you know, the more gold in the bag, the more they weigh. And I don't want to buy a 10-pound bag with 1 gram because we'll be here all night. So, but I'll figure it out. You know, this is only the 12th show. We still got hundreds more of them to do. And then it'll be down to a science. Yes, I have a banjo pan. Where's it at? I don't know where it's at. I have one somewhere. Oh, it's sitting right over there. Here, I'll go get it. Yeah, I got a banjo pan. Man, see? Got me my banjo pan. I've never used it. I've had this thing for 4 years, I think. 3 years. When he first put them out, I got one. I think I actually won it. I think I won it on when they first came out. I won one. I don't know whose channel I got it from, but I won it and I've never used it. But I do have a banjo pan. I have a lot of stuff I've never used. Because it's much harder to shoot a video with that than it is to do a Paydirt review. Where will? I buy them in bulk from a company that does it, specialty. So I don't want to reveal what their price is. But if you email me where will, I'll send you a link to where you can get them. Yeah, I'll post my email where will. I'm working on getting some custom Miller Prospecting slabbed gold-plated dimes. So, and a couple other slabbed Miller Prospecting slab things. So, it's like I said, these last 2 months reviews have been really a kicker. Last month there was massive amounts of Paydirt, and it's actually this month still. But this month doing these really big bags has been a kicker. And then last month I was pumping out reviews with all those eBay ones. So I'm a little bit behind on all my research stuff. So. Thank you, Gary and Doris. So, but yeah, just email. I'll send you the link to where I get the dimes from. Yeah, but I like the concept of the banjo pan. It's funny, I watched a video about the science behind why he invented the banjo pan, and it wasn't like, okay, if you watch his video about why he made the gold cube, he did it based off of science and, you know, the dynamics of how gold travels, and he wanted to catch really fine gold, so he invented the gold cube. It's Mike Pung, but when he made the banjo pan, the reason he made the banjo pan was, here, let me see if he gets on camera. When he was cutting the VMAT for his gold cubes, he was getting little bitty pieces like this left over. And he was getting just a long strip, because I guess the sheets of VMATting they were buying was, I guess, 15 inches wide, and the gold cube uses 12 inches. So he was trying to invent something that would use this little bitty strip of VMATting. So he said, well, why don't I just attach it to a pan? So I don't know if it solved a problem, but it was a nice way to do it. Christopher Stanton, any Miller Prospecting t-shirts available? Not yet. They are coming sometime this year. Like I said, I'm really behind on stuff, you know. All right, Farmers for the Truth, hammer on. But I will be having t-shirts soon, but I've been working on t-shirts for probably a year now because I don't want to just put out one t-shirt. I plan on having about 20 different shirts out, so... You know, I'm just one of those people. I can't put one, then say I'll add another one, because then I'll fall behind and never do it. I have to have the whole line of them up and ready, so. Yeah, I love the gold cube. The gold cube, to me, is the best invention ever. I love the thing. All right, Sean Sparks. But yeah, I love the gold cube. Just the science behind it is ingenious, you know. You know, I know people say, like, oh, you know, the gold cube's better if you put in Dream Mat or something else like that, but that's not it. The gold cube is, irregardless of the matting that's used in it, is an absolutely ingenious invention, just the way it's designed, you know. Mark Miller, if I want to sell that banjo pan, let me know. You know, I wouldn't sell it just because the shipping on it is ridiculous, because it's so big. For me to ship this would cost me $20, and you can buy them for $25. So, you know, I'll use it one of these days. I'll end up adding it onto something like my nugget bucket or something like that. You know, use it as a runoff sluice. I've actually seen some people set up where that's what they use. So, you're welcome, Brian Stevens. All right, Sean Sparks. You have a good night. So, but I'm getting ready to get out of here. I really, again, thank everyone. I appreciate. I will be posting the results later tonight on YouTube, just in their little like forum thing, so it'll pop up and say I made a post. And I will have a review up Monday, the final big bag of pay dirt I'm doing for the month. I think it was a 7.5 pound bag, and I won't, you know, I don't want to let anything out of the bag. But they also had a 20 pound bag, but I was really scared to buy it, and now I really wish I would have bought the $20 bag, because I really love the 7.5 pound bag. I loved it. So that review will be up Monday. And then next Thursday, we'll have another live show. But I think next Thursday might be the Patreon Rewards live show. So no panning out in that one. Someone hit the down button. And always got to be a hater. I've got a whole bunch of people that dislike my channel. So it means you're doing something right if someone dislikes your channel. Especially when you're doing reviews. All right, Reg Lab. I will be making a post on Patreon tomorrow night about Patreon tier rewards and Patreon. They're going to start changing things up on Patreon, so I've got to make a post about that, and I'll put a video. But that'll just be for Patreon members for tomorrow. So, but you'll see it, obviously, if you're a Patreon member. It'll say, like, warning, watch this video. So, thanks, Josh Ortiz. So, but I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go get something to eat and then call my kids. I really appreciate everyone coming to watch this show. I really appreciate all of you. And I wish there was a way I could give out more gold, but, you know, I don't want to break that up. Whoever wins it gets all of it. I don't want to be picking through it, but all right. I really appreciate everyone. Thanks a lot, and happy panning. Let me turn this.